Hey everyone, it's Kim, and I'm here with Keeping It Real. Today, I wanted to talk about or share with you a story about birds in and how they fly. So, if you look up in the sky, have you ever noticed that birds fly kind of like in a V formation? Sometimes it's scattered one side or the other, but they're usually in kind of a V formation. And one side typically is a little longer than the other side. And I was just curious, do you know why? Well, I'm sure there's some aerodynamic reason. However, the reason is there's more birds on one side than the other. I love that story. It always makes people laugh, but it's true of how we make things complicated. Sometimes we get a question or a situation or a person, and we make things more complicated than they need to be, or even than we should. Feelings get hurt, things happen, things are said. And then we find ourselves in a situation where it's way off kilter and it's not anything like it appears. When you look at those birds in the sky, you're looking at birds flying. And aerodynamically, I'm sure they move around in a certain way. But if we look at things a different way and we are able to see things from a different perspective, it really helps with um, our own personal happiness, right? We don't have to take on other people's stuff and we don't have to create more drama. We're used to that and our brain is used to that. And I tell you guys a lot that our ego is not wired for success. It's wired for protection. It's wired for safety. It's wired really for survival. So if things are happening to us, and we respond in a way that's I don't want to say negative, but angry. Usually there's something going on inside us that we're not seeing that from the perspective that possibly the other person is. And it's a time really to reflect. And what I do a lot is, why am I so angry? Why are my feelings hurt? What did I take? This person I know wouldn't go out of their way to hurt me. Why did I listen to that and take that in a different way? And it's really interesting to do that, right? Because it gives us an opportunity to really reflect and, for me, really own my part of it if I can, right? If there's something there. Because I never want discord. I never want angry people. I don't think anybody does. But just because of our points of view and what's going on in our lives, sometimes people get angry at us, and sometimes we get angry at other people. But like the birds, I just want to remind you, you don't need to make it more complicated than it is. You don't need to read into it. Take a break, take a day or two, only talk when the energy comes down, because when people are angry, they say angry things and things they don't mean. So I encourage you guys to listen to this. And if you have anything you want to share, I would love to hear it in the comments. And I would love it if you liked and subscribed as well. And share it with a friend if it's something that somebody else might benefit from. So anyway, have a great rest of your week.